What's up, reaction squads? Book I reacted with another reaction video. But before, because I'm going to change my name here for a minute, I'll take it back in just a minute. There we go. Because come back here for this. This gonna be a dog reaction video, I guess. Because I was questioning the whole PopularMMOs situation, but yeah, if you don't know, PopularMMOs is my favorite Minecraft YouTubers. Like 3 years watching was literally like dance to it was a different dance to as like noodles for me. But if you know the whole PopularMMOs situation, basically maybe that's the whole he talked about it in his YouTube's God give us a police body cam period, but basically a guy was affiliated with trucks and being drunk and everything, and it was a entire crazy situation. But it came back and I've been watching recent videos like getting them, so I decided to react to this one. So yeah. Now that I got that out of the way, now I'm gonna get my name back and then my headline back. There we go. So yep. So this one is called I Got Sober $10 Wow for $250,000, which is not a lot of money, but it actually is a lot of money. So I'm actually like, I'm feeling like how we got essentially someone hacked into his bank account and of course stole money from him. So yeah. Anyways, I'm much more talking and get straight into this. All right, here we go, y'all. Give it a minute, slow it in. There we go. Peeps. There we go. That's better.
Dudes, it's Pat, and welcome back. The first two, I knew that was happening when I got out of rehab and I was trying to get sober and work on myself. I wanted to make a video to help people. And honestly, the comments have been awesome. Like, so many people have messaged me saying it helped them or it helped their family members. And really, if I could save someone's life, that would mean the absolute world to me. But this one, something I really wasn't expecting. And I did know during my addiction, my brain pretty much shut off. Like, yeah. I was so unaware of anything. And I think some people sometimes don't realize how bad it can get. And I hit absolutely rock bottom, so far you could imagine. I couldn't remember anything. And it was a lot scarier than I would have ever expected it to be. I would wake up some days, I wouldn't remember family members' names, wouldn't remember my girlfriend's name, my own name, people's birthdays. It was like I was getting amnesia, and it wasn't parts of my memory. It was definitely drugs and alcohol, which is just scary. And guys, I'm so glad people are joining me for this journey, because I don't just know if I was able to crawl out of that hole, and literally I could not have been further down in it, that means you can too. And so can any family members or friends, it's always possible, because I was waking up not remembering things, and people expect you to be able to make the right decisions. I couldn't even remember people's names or know what was going on at all. It was impossible. So you do have to be supportive to people going through something like this. So yeah, guys, thank you. I love you guys all, seriously. So thank you for joining me for this journey, and let's jump into this. All right, guys, here we go. So I literally got a text on my phone. This isn't actually how it started. Well, this is kind of how it started. I got a text on my phone. It said that my account was overdrawn. I never wasted money, even when I was drunk. Not a lot. I would waste a little bit of money.
Which I can see why people would think that this is probably faking this is how video, and probably spend money on drugs and alcohol and stuff, because alcohol is expensive, same with drugs. But I 100% believe that thing he says. I don't think he's telling a lie at this point, because I don't think he wants to get canceled again. I truly am honestly believe that thing he's saying. I did believe that he's bringing up his fan base again. So I really did believe that somebody hacked into his bank account. So yeah.
Everybody does, but I never got to a point where I would be wasting money and just run out of money in an account. Never would have happened. So I'm looking at, I'm like, what? I have to look this up. And now I'm trying to figure out how to get onto my accounts. Can't get into any bank accounts. I have to go, I couldn't get into any accounts. Everything has went haywire in the last 5 years. And with a lot of work, eventually I got onto it. But there's a step before that. I did get something in the mail right when I got out of rehab. I ignored it. I was like, okay, what's this? Someone got arrested, and we're going to go into this right now. And it said that I signed something for their car. So I was like the co-person for it. And I was like, probably did it drunk, and I ignored it. Probably shouldn't have ignored it because this was weeks before I found out about my account getting overdrawn. So as you can see on this piece of paper right here, and guys, stick around for all of this. This is crazy. I have tons of evidence of someone stealing so much money, like, and doing a lot of terrible things. So stick around for all of it. It gets pretty insane. And I figured out everything. Now that I'm sober, I'm able to think and I'm functioning really well. So it's kind of interesting to see. So yeah, someone got arrested. If you read this right here, so it says what happened to them was driving under the influence, prostitution, or sex-related offense. So they probably got a DUI. Honestly, they just didn't write exactly what it was. So their vehicle got impounded, and apparently it's mine. Like, I want a car somehow, but it sounds like I paid for this car.
Somebody used PopularMMOs' real name on a car. Okay, that's just messed up. Like, I know like there's like some hair set up, that can go like really far, but to go like that far to like, that's like if I commit like a crime and I used, let's say Dantinium's real name on it, and then he would get trouble for it. So I would never do that. I would never use somebody else's name for my crime so I don't get into trouble. So that's just, not good. And the crimes they were really bad, as like travel under the influence.
So, this is why you have to check your accounts. Like, even if someone doesn't have a problem with like alcohol and drugs, literally, this is a reminder to everyone: check your accounts, because people could be stealing just a little bit of money. It does add up over time. This added up to a lot, and it's horrible.
Yeah, it is.
So apparently, I have a 2018 Mazda. I know nothing about cars. I actually didn't even look to see what one looks like. But at the end of this, guys, I may actually get this car. So, and the person's name is here. I am aware of who it is. I'm obviously not going to put their name in the video. The police are handling this, and oh my God, talking to the police. That scared me. But I've never looked at a Mazda, and I opened up a tab. So let's check out, see what car again. 2018 Mazda. All right, so let's look at the images here. Apparently, I may get this car, which is hilarious in itself. I'm trying to make light of the situation that a lot of money was stolen from me, and I might not get it all back. But apparently this car I may have paid for without even knowing, which is crazy. So also, I got this too. So this I also ignored because it went with that. So as you can see, my name here, towing. They have really great penmanship. Great job. And apparently I was supposed to pick this up. I mean, it wasn't actually where I live either. It was like down further south in Florida. And trust me, when I got out of rehab, I was just trying to restart my life. I wasn't worried about some random person that I knew years ago, like getting arrested and their car being impounded. Didn't really care. So ignored this. So then I received that text. My account's overdrawn. I'm like, why is it overdrawn? I finally figure out how to get on. And you can see I have 3 different accounts, and I blacked out everything so that you can't like re-steal my identity. Like, that would be ridiculous if I set myself up for it again. But as you can see here, guys, this account right in the middle is negative $2,000. And it just doesn't make sense, because and this was also an account from like Connecticut before I moved, like 10 years ago. I didn't really use it much. I wrote some checks with it, but that's about it. So it's in the negatives. I'm like, why is it in the negatives? All right, let's dig deeper into this. Okay, so here's where it had money, had $112. Discover e-payment, goes into the negatives. They try again, discover e-payment, further into the negatives. Thank you for that. And yeah, that was bad. So those are the first like couple ones I see. And I'm like, discover e-payment. I'm like, that's a Discover card. I don't have a Discover card. So I'm like, okay, someone has access to my account. And I'm like thinking, like, who could it be? I'm thinking like X's or something. I'm like, possibly. That isn't what happened though. Not at all. So the first thing I did is I called the bank. And I was like, whose account is this? And because I can't look into it, the details online don't show it, which banks really should show the details. Mm-hmm. I'm like, can you give me the name? And they're like, do you know and I was like, oh my God, out of anyone that could have done this, it was someone I knew a long time ago, and I didn't know them well. So it was crazy that they somehow robbed me when I was drunk. Didn't know them for years. No, that's insane.
a freaking ex-best friend. Of course it was. Yeah.
So much money doing that. Like, absolutely horrible, guys. So definitely look into this stuff, because if you do it quick, you can actually get all your money back like pretty like quickly. That's gonna be a longer process for me. So I keep looking at this and I'm like, all right, what else is there? So there's a million Discover charges. I'm like, they're doing it every day. Look, 19th, 19th, 18th, 14th, 13th, 12th. Like, Jesus, you really pushed your luck on this. Good luck. Good thing I was so drunk, I guess. So it's like $600, $150. And then, I don't know how to say that, loan payment right there. So there's loans. I don't have loans. Like, so that also makes no sense. So it's getting to where I'm really confused. I'm like, okay, what's that? Let's keep going with this. Definitely don't have loan payments. And then here, look how many there are. Like, it's crazy. 12th, 13th, 16th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 23rd, 24th, 24th, 27th, 27th. I literally had a sugar baby, but I didn't even get any of the sugar at all. Like, how is that even fair to me? Also, Progressive car insurance. I don't have Progressive. I don't have that one either. So I'm like, this is terrible. And then I'm like, what's this? Credit One. I'm like, I know I have like a Chase card. I'm like, that's not Credit One. It's another credit card. They opened 2 credit cards. So eventually I figured out how they did this, right? So they got a hold of one of my checks, right? And apparently, and I didn't know this. This is why this video is important to me, because I know I'm not the only one. I might be one of 1%, one out of 1,000. If this helps 1 out of 1,000 people, that would be awesome. Just from having a check and writing out a check to someone. Like, if you wrote out a check to someone, they can literally steal all your money. They can. All they need is the account number and the routing number. The lady at the bank confirmed it. That is actually possible just from those numbers. So even leaving it around your house, which clearly happened, as you'll see further into this, like seriously, stick around. It gets crazy. They're going to get so many charges. And the time in jail for this is actually pretty significant, which we're going to see. So yeah, lots of different charges here. And they were able to open these accounts, like these cards, and link the cards to my account just from the account number and the routing number.
Yeah,
like I didn't have to confirm anything. I didn't have to sign anything.
So it goes like
they learned how.
Because password, because of guy's account number on a check that he wrote, which is scary. That like your bank account could be hacked that easily to form your account number on the check that you wrote. Which I'm actually learning about that, and I'll finance management in school right now. So yeah,
to sign stuff themselves apparently, and then we go even further. This is when it gets crazy, and I'm like,
on bills
wow.
Went.
Like when I said I had a sugar baby, like apparently, like
so
wow, because so look at this one down here.
PopularMMOs, they guys pay their phone bill. Oh my gosh, man, that just mean you said somebody has a bank account to pay off your figure phone bill? Like, damn, man, jeez.
On 5/2.
That's a thing.
So I obviously blanked this out. It had an address. So apparently what was happening was I was paying for rent. So that was $1,942, which isn't cheap rent either. Like, someone was living good. And like, they had to know eventually something was going to happen, like, which it will. But yeah, $1,942 is kind of crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
And here goes even more. So I'm looking at this, and I see Verizon. I'm paying a phone bill, $600. Like, what do you have? 15 phones? Like, oh my god. And then I'm looking at multi-funding. I got rid of some things just for privacy, just so people aren't going through everything. This is the internet, of course. And I'm looking it up. I look up the place multi-funding. I'm like, this is also rent. Which some of them overlap the dates. And I'm like, you really like paid for 2 places at the same time for a while there? Like, really? Like, could you push your luck anymore and be more of a criminal? You got arrested. And that's how I found out some of this information. Now you're going to get arrested again, because I talked to the police guys. So when I found all this out, I was dreading it. Called my lawyer. I'm like, okay, not only am I having these problems and just got out and like figuring out probation, like, but also just so you know, like, I got robbed for like a lot of money, and she's like, you're gonna have to talk to the bank. And I talked to the bank, and they helped me with some things, but I have to call the police. I called the police. I'm like, hey, like, I got robbed, fraud, you know, lots of charges, like about how much money. I'm like, couple $100,000. They're like, it's the police, and I'm like, no, I don't like.
It's like I did police again. Like, how many times PopularMMOs have to do with that police? Like, 100 times.
That's a lot of times, and just them coming over gives me so much anxiety.
Yeah, I guess
it's insane. Like
I can't control. Probably traumatized from the freaking famous police podcast video, the one that's on freaking laying down trunk. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Don't even on some last video. See, yeah, I can see why he has probably decided from freaking police. Like, man.
I start like shaking.
I have excited for police. You know, I've had to do police for previous stuff I've done, and I've changed. And luckily, I've had to police for like at least a good 2 years. So yeah.
Like I feel sick. Like I feel like I'm gonna pass out. That's a big problem. So luckily, one guy came over. A second one came eventually, but never came. And I explained the situation. They're like, "You need to take all your bank statements and mark every single transaction that wasn't yours." There is like 1,000. When I say 1,000, that's not an exaggeration.
What, like hours?
1,000. So I'm gonna be working on that. Yay! Hopefully, I get some money back. According to my lawyer, they're going to get arrested, which is good. And then they may be forced to pay restitution, which means they'd have to slowly pay me back over time. It'll take their whole life probably. And if they don't pay it, they just go straight back to jail. So I'm okay with that, I guess. Like I'm more okay with actually like helping other people not make the same mistake because this is ridiculous. And once again, $2,400, like that's a very expensive rent that I was paying for. Here's where we get into another thing. There are checks, like so. Obviously, like I cut off the bottom, so I don't like do this to myself again. Just have someone else steal my identity or whatever this would be considered fraud, I guess. So as you can see, this part's really interesting because I looked at some of these, and I'm like, huh. So it's clearly my check. I blurred out their name, address, and stuff like that. But my signature, I'm looking at them like, that's not my signature at all right there. So this is $650. They paid it to themselves for insurance. But there's 4 of these. They're all like right around the same time. This one's $700. Different signature. Look at it. Look, the little like squiggle circle thing there. This one goes way further, and just the last name became way less letters. It is possible people's kind of differ each time, but then look at this one. That one's like 2 letters, like 2 zeros. So really far off, and it's $1,000. Is it getting higher? Wait, hold on. $650. I didn't even look at that. $650, $700, $1,000. There's one more. 2,000. They up their game every time. Oh man. All right. So $2,000. This one actually, when I saw it, I was like, is that my signature? Because it looks closer. But then I looked at it, I'm like, they literally forgot how to spell my last name when they got to the I and had to stop and go there. So clearly not my signature. I don't stop in the middle of it. Thank you very much. So then I was like, what's my actual signature look like? Made a slight video here. It's really not the best. I was holding my phone at the same time, but like this is a more accurate representation of pretty much what my signature looks like, although it varies from time to time. But there's no weird squiggles at the end.
Yeah,
like, I don't do that. So they're caught in that. So they don't just get like normal fraud for hundreds of thousands of dollars. They get check fraud too. So that's a pretty big deal. And it actually is thousands of dollars in check fraud right here. Like that's quite a bit. And the regular fraud, we're going to look at the math in a second. They get the highest like felony. It's a first-degree felony for stealing this much money from someone. Can't believe it went unnoticed. So take a look at this. And this is just like estimates. It's probably more, honestly. And I actually do have to go through this. There's roughly 400 credit card charges. There's probably more than that because the 400 were the ones that I saw online. When I went to the bank, they showed me 2 years previously of more charges and stuff. So this is a low-end guess. So about $300 each. It could be higher than that too. That's about $120,000 in credit card charges over the course of 4 years, which is insane because that's $30,000 a year just in credit card charges, not even the rent or anything. So they're spending money like crazy. Car insurance, this is also like, I think it was more like $1,000, but $15,000, it could be as much as $30,000 here, which, I mean, these two together could be more like $200,000, but I didn't want to like overdo it and act crazy. Rent, yeah, about $2,000. As you saw, some of them are more than that. Times about 30 times I saw them in there. That's another $60K. Crazy. Verizon bills, another $10,000. Loans, $10,000. Why do they need loans? They already got my card and information, everything apparently. So $10,000. Other expenses, just because I missed things. I didn't put the checks in here. I put about another $35,000, which puts it at $250,000. That means this person $62,500 a year. See, my brain couldn't have done that before. Now that I'm sober, I could think again. So that is insane. And the reason I'm making this, guys, is I want to help you. Like, I don't want people to have to go through this kind of stuff.
No, I don't.
Because of my like addiction, I let other bad things happen to me. Not only would I be like throwing up blood, like, and like my organs were having problems, I'd end up in the hospital, like. I was also getting robbed at the same time. So, like, not only, like, mentally was I destroyed, I was physically destroyed, and apparently getting there financially destroyed, which is insane. Because once you go down that hole, guys, every part of your life crashes down.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly don't want to see that happen to anybody. And, yeah, guys, I'm going to continue posting about this kind of stuff in my life going on and my journey, like, during recovery. I hope it helps other people. I hope you guys will stick around. Love you guys. I'll see you next time. Almost forgot the most important thing. We got to look this up. What is the jail time for $250,000 in fraud? This is why I like AI now. It answers all these questions for me. All right, generating. And let's see. Range from a few years to several decades.
Jeez.
Okay, that's crazy. Several decades.
Mm-hmm.
So for a loss of more than $250,000, but less than $550, federal sentencing guidelines add 12 offense levels to the base sentence. This looks really bad.
Yeah, it was
up to 20 years in federal prison. So this is pretty bad. I hope the police take care of it. This is the first time in so long, like, I'm on the right side of the law. Yeah. It feels pretty awesome. But yeah, see you guys later.
All right, there we go. I could definitely get back to PopularMMOs 20. Yeah, because I'm glad he is back doing better. If I could, but I have like a freaking wild man, so something freaking tech as a account number, man. There's something that you can get, like your bank account can get hacked that easily, man. Like, ugh, man. If that's my sponsor to subscribe and yep, I'm glad to stay, and I'll be talking to y'all again soon. Deuces.